IVM.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Okay, it's a Monday morning. I'm thrilled once again to be in my new room, which is my mother's room. I've sent her out, obviously, as a good son. That's to do with the problems that I'm having with Wi-Fi, which followed me from Alibag to Malwa Hill. Where now some fiber has been cut in our area, and then we can't get the Jio transmission yet. I have called Mukesh Bhai. He refused. No, not Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Patel. He's the guy who actually handles this here in the area. And unfortunately, nothing could be done. In the meantime, bad news for people on the eastern coast because now Yas is coming. That's right, Yas. Or is it Yas? I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is Bengal said no to the BJP and Yas to Mamta. So from one typhoon to a cyclone. We in the West can advise you. We'll do that a little later.
Want to learn something new and have a few minutes to spare? Well, then go for the Traveling Professor's Diary, where I, Siddharth Deshmukh, the Traveling Professor, will help you glean from all the insights that I've gained from wherever I've traveled, learnt, taught, and repeated. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Let's meet our panel of excellent celebrities today. Last week on Monday, we were supposed to meet up with Meghnad when the cyclone hit the western coast of India. And I was one of the casualties, me and my Wi-Fi. And so unfortunately, poor Meghnad was waiting for us and he was very upset because that was the highlight of his day. He cried into his pillow and didn't sleep. And the pain and anxiety he felt is what a 3-year-old feels when they can't poop. But Meghnad,
Yes.
I want to apologize, but I don't know. Can you blame? Who do you blame? I mean, this is literally
I
when people
blame
say,
God.
God. Is
I
God
blame
above the
God.
Meghnad, is God above the BJP or below? I forget this now.
I mean, the hierarchy matters, no? Depending on who you're looking.
हम लोग
I
सब
mean, who
नीचे
you are.
हैं. हम
हम
लोग
तो सब
सब
नीचे
गिरे
हैं.
गिरे
हम तो
वाले
सब
इंसान हैं
गरीब
तो
लोग नीचे हैं. Yeah.
perfectly put. It
वो
doesn't matter
सब
who's
हमारे
on top
ऊपर है. So
या
how
below.
does it matter?
That's the correct philosophy. The defeatist philosophy is very positive, I feel. You need to use it
Absolutely.
more. But
And
before
you
we
should be
start,
aware of the social hierarchy in the society, no? We are the bottomest rung.
correct.
तो उसके
I'm
ऊपर
aware
सब
of
है.
आप,
फिर क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
correct. I'm aware of our position. Ground floor में जो है लोग, I know that very well. First floor, second floor में क्या फर्क है? Exactly. Why? It really doesn't matter to me. Good point you've raised. But Amit wants to start with a refreshing. In India, the most popular news sport after sex is basketball. And Amit is the link between the United States culture and our culture. And some person is shouting your name, Amit, outside the building.
No,
Did you hear that?
Oh, no, that's mine. Sorry.
But why are they shouting? Why is he shouting Amit's name outside your building? Oh, God,
Meghna's
what's
in
going on?
Delhi now, so somebody's looking for the home minister.
Oh no, I think they're looking for Baba Ramdev, and it's the health minister who's going on a rampage. I've been nice to you for 4 years, but now don't, because basically by saying that allopathy is rubbish, he means the doctor's degree is a waste of time. Harshavardhan Pocha took that personally. We'll come to that. A quick word on the NBA, Amit. Sorry.
Yes. No, it was great. I mean, like, been an amazing weekend. NBA basketball playoffs started. Sixers won, which is always great and is the best. But really, really great game between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Utah Jazz, which just ended 5 minutes ago. And big upset over there. So that was fun. Great game between the Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. That also, it's been a
Okay,
good
now
weekend,
this is
man.
like airline announcements for most Indians. So can you explain it in cricketing
Okay.
terms? Because Meghnad's already lost interest and he's suffocating there, I can see. He's like, yeah, Utah Jazz and Puta Paz, and he's just going over his head.
It's fine, guys.
No,
Can you
it's
give us a-
okay. Yeah, sure. Imagine Zimbabwe beat India in a IPL T20,
Okay,
right?
IPL is club teams, but
no,
I
sorry,
get
not
your
IPL, World Cup T20.
point. Okay, so there's no
Yeah.
need to split hairs. Leave it.
Yeah,
You made
yeah.
your point. So a
Okay,
small
but yeah,
team took down the big fish.
Well, so yeah, exactly. Utah was the number one seed. It was the best team all year throughout. Throughout the year, it's been the best team. And the playoffs started today, and they got beaten by
So rusty?
the.
Is it because they're a little rusty or
So
complacent or everything?
Interesting. Rusty is a possibility, right? Because Utah has not played for over like 8 days now, and Memphis played his last game on Friday and then played his next game on Sunday. So they're like very much in the rhythm of playing all the time, right? Whereas Utah's been, since they had clinched what they were doing, they've been like free for the last week. So it could be Rusty, but also one of their good players was not there. And also generally, I think that in the NBA, what winds up happening is that if a team is going to have an upset win in a series, they'll probably win the first game. Like in all likelihood, all honesty, I like Memphis. I think it's a really fun team to watch, but I don't see them having a
So
chance.
they
in the
start
series.
slow like the Mumbai Indians is what you're saying, and then gather momentum. So if you're going to take down the big fish, it's always in the initial stages.
It's always in the initial
correct?
stages, because then once Utah kind of gets its shit together, at that point Memphis has no chance.
Okay, Amit, research is showing us right now we have an algorithm playing on the screen which you can't see, which says that any more talk on NBA and the 7 listeners have already dropped to 3.
Actually,
got to-
our live streams have doubled since we started speaking about the NBA. We went from 40 to 80.
Man.
I'll just say
This
that.
is bullshit. I cannot believe this, boss. Meghnad, me and Silvery are clueless. If we are clueless and we have some idea about the world, what was the general guys listening? It makes no sense to me, bro. No. I think you fudged it. You're doing an Arnav, are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
looking at what I am looking at
Basketball
the
is
YouTube.
like basketball
Yes.
is like short people obsessed with tall people who are playing with the ball. It's just
that is
that,
correct.
okay? Like, I mean,
Hey, but-
please,
but
you short
Meghnad,
people, कुछ करते ही नहीं हो, मतलब तुमको
नहीं,
खेलना तो
एक
आता
था,
है
एक
नहीं.
था. I mean, who's that famous guy in the 90s? Yeah, 5'4", 5'5",
5'3", Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Muggsy
Yes,
Bogues, Spud Webb. Spud Webb was a guy who was 5'7" and won a dunk contest. Muggsy Bogues was 5'3" and was like a regular player. Like for years he played.
Now Meghnad is interested. Potential to hai, yeah. But we'll come to sports because the more interesting story is Padma Bhushan, Arjuna Award winner, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award winner, silver medalist Olympics, bronze medalist Olympics, the greatest, arguably the greatest athlete we produce in terms of what he's performed, the great Sushil Kumar, is also a guy who likes to beat people with sticks and fight over all kinds of things, have big brawls and go on the run for 18 days, and then get caught by the police to escape another criminal trying to kill him in prison. We'll come to that. Silvery, what should we start with? And let Meghnad talk a little bit. This is his show. He's the special.
It's your show. You're the special.
No. I'm like the Congress in the old government. No, we never took the responsibility ourselves, bro. You we are looking at a new world now.
Yeah.
So Meghnad, we missed you for 2 Mondays. I screwed it up the last Monday. So आपके पास I think कम से कम 15 या 20 मिनट के लिए monologue space है. So you can fill that space right now.
Wait, मुझे monologue भी देना है. मैं क्या monologue दूंगा? अभी तो news discuss करना है ना?
Dialogue भी कर लो. We'll say you're mad. So what's been happening in your life, Meghnad? This is the only time we'll get to talk to you personally. After that, Silvery will reel out topics.
Well, what's been happening with my life? I went to Central Vista. You might be interested in that.
Okay.
I went to Central Vista last week, and वहाँ पे basically we were doing a walk around. This was after Quint put up that video you must have seen where everybody is like, "Oh, photography allowed nahi hai, videography allowed nahi hai." So my producer and me, Lippy, and me were told that keep the camera rolling. कोई भी आएगा ना रोकेगा ना तो फिर कैप्चर करना. अच्छा okay. We went there. So I worked there for 7 years. Okay, that area. तो मुझे गली गली पता है वहाँ पे कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँचते हैं. I can get there instantly. I can teleport in that area basically. So I took the gully which I knew would be open because किसी को पता ही नहीं है वहाँ पे वो मिनिस्ट्री के पीछे से जाके इधर उधर से. So I went right at Vijay Chowk जहाँ पे all the action is. You can see Modi ji's upcoming house. You can see the new parliament. You can see the Rajpath completely dug up. And we were taking videos. And I was doing an explainer like a chill person. Everybody was just watching. किसी ने रोका ही नहीं. So after we
As a lover of architecture, you were taking the pictures.
of course. I mean,
Not to justify कि ये काम क्यों चल रहा है and all that. It was just purely from love of art.
Pure. मतलब like we wanted to show the audience कि भैया काम चल रहा है. ठीक है सब.
Beautiful.
कुछ,
Beautiful.
Everything is great. मोदी महल बन रहा है अच्छे से. So I was doing that and like this contingent of CISF was passing by. अभी तो रुकेगा. So they waved at me. And I waved back. I was like, what is going on? Then later I realized that both me and my producer were wearing full PPE kit, okay? So I thought that they got super intimidated because they were not coming close. Either they thought I had corona or they thought that I had come for testing. So I'm not sure what they thought, but that is my theory. That is my running theory.
But sir, I think ये both fantastic point है, because if you dress correctly, people prejudge the situation immediately. So I think when they see, even if I see a PPE kit, I don't want to go close. There could be some officious capacity, could be sick person, could be here to help sick people, but you know that guy is related to COVID in some way, so let's stay away. I think this is a great gift you have given us on a Monday morning. Please, everybody listening, get yourself a kit, not for safety, but to get people away from you. And then you can go and look at controversial project sites on your own and shoot them from any angle. This reminds me a lot, Amitabh, what I was telling you about this police brutality, police own it videos that are out there in the West at the moment in America, where they try to, just irritate the cops by, seeing how far they can take their civic liberties.
Well, yeah, but that's also not so cool to do, right? I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like, screwing with people who are doing a job.
You're basically baiting the guy, yeah.
Yeah, you're screwing with people who are doing a job, right? I mean, like, at the end of it...
You're criticizing Meghnad right now, by the way.
Well, I would be criticizing Meghnad if people were screwing with him for doing his job, right? I'm not criticizing Meghnad.
मोदी जी कहते हैं ना कि criticism is good for the government and everybody else. So criticism लेना चाहिए.
The PM cares.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
Right. This is something he says every day. Yeah.
Also, it's crazy, right? That you're not allowed to take photos and videos at the Central Vista project.
So the funny thing is that the videos at Quint shows and all these pictures going around is in this small patch, one barricade which has like 4 signs around it. But across the entirety of Central Vista, there are no other signs. So if you stand in front of a sign which says photography not allowed and you are doing photography, someone will come and say कि पीछे का sign पढ़ो यार. So we went to the other side and we're shooting. वहाँ पे कोई sign नहीं था, तो किसी ने रोका नहीं. शायद उनको पता ही नहीं था उस side क्या हो रहा है और इस side क्या हो रहा है.
नहीं sir, I think
it's like no parking signs in Mumbai. Like you don't park in front of the
main चीज इसमें है कि they dressed correctly. The PPT, it's like an actor. Once they wore that PPT thing, I think there's no question of if the CISF guys are saluting them. They are official. There's an official capacity for them being there in the minds of everybody. I think that he cracked the system. System has been cracked, and I think going forward, Meghnad can go to Supreme Court anywhere he wants to and just hang around. No one's going to bother him. Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody will be like, "Arey, क्या corona आ गया?
कोई आदमी आ गया जो हम pre-production करके आ गया. He's obviously connected."
If I could be devil's advocate here for a second, do you think that there is a purpose to not allowing photography at the time of construction of the Prime Minister's residence? Forget the fact that they're doing the project. I don't think they should be doing the project right now. Okay, let's put that aside, right? But
we discussed this last year.
Yeah, no, but is there a case
going on? Yeah,
is there a case for not allowing photography security-wise? Because I'm remembering, right?
No.
I mean, like they'll be building bunkers and stuff like that, and the Prime
terrorists
Minister
to come and attack. Are you looking from that perspective?
So I know that, like at the Bombay Stock Exchange, right, the top floor of the Bombay Stock Exchange, you're not allowed to take photographs from there because you can see naval installations. Right? So
no, there is no. So the signs came up after people started posting pictures of Rajpath, etc.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay.
So and that's the thing. So if you go to Vijay Chowk, if you have been to Vijay Chowk, you can see the entirety of Central Vista, right? So I was also very confused why maybe Quint or whoever else went to that area, because so there are three roads like this. Okay. So this is the one which goes to the parliament and the Rashtrapati Bhavan is here. Okay. The middle one is like a thoroughfare road, which is the most active one.
Right.
And this is the one which is near India Gate, right? And this is the Rajpath going like this, right?
Okay.
The buildings are coming on the side, which are like this, and the Rajpath has been dug up all over the place. So if you go this side, this is where Vijay Chowk is. So I went here. So I could look at all the, like basically a panorama of the entire project.
Right.
This is the road where the signs have come up. So it's actually the worst spot to even look at the project.
Right.
So I'm also like, I was very confused why they went there first. So, and also one more thing that was there, the only area we were restricted from going was the labor camp.
Okay.
So there is a labor camp that has come up near the India Gate, which has like 250 to 300 laborers living there. We were not allowed to go there. We got in because the barricade was just open.
Right.
But then later they said कि नहीं allowed नहीं है, restricted area है, delete your footage, etc. But we were like, नहीं, we don't want to cause any trouble. We'll go out again.
But this sums up in India.
Yeah.
Sorry. It sums up India a little bit now, because you're building the most beautiful, large-scale sort of mansion and properties like that, and you're living in a labor camp yourself, during COVID. So there's a little thought there, That's exactly how we've survived disparity and divisions throughout the society, which have always been side by side. And some people look at it from outside and say how vulgar it is.
Yeah.
When you have a discotheque and rich people going inside the same building where Mazduros are, hand to mouth struggling 5 feet away. But that's it. That's the way we are.
And wahan pe, I did basically it was just a walkabout, right? To show what is happening, etc. But also, so this senior journalist Alpana Kishore, she has done a 2-part piece on News Laundry, listing out the multiple violations of Central Vista, right? So how this project actually started and came about to this place. So I was just explaining that while I was going around, etc. So one of the people in the camp, who was I won't name that person because I don't want them to get into trouble. They basically took my phone and they started playing that. And they were like, हाँ, but ये तो गलत है. हाँ, but ये भी गलत है. आप तो incorrect information दे रहे हो. I'm like, boss, तुम मेरा वीडियो क्यों फैक्ट चेक कर रहे हो अभी? मतलब काम करो ना अपना. भगाओ ना मेरे को यहाँ से. It's fine, I'll go.
But who is that guy? मतलब, don't say the name, but his official capacity में क्या था वो exactly?
I can't, because then he's the only person there and it becomes identifiable immediately.
Then
so
just clarify my thought. Is it either Dr. Harshavardhan or Baba Ramdev? If it's not, then I'm okay.
If Harshavardhan came and did that, I would be like, why would I delete the footage then? I would actually use it. I would say, ये तो Harshavardhan hai.
He may have wanted to borrow your PPT kit, having forgotten his.
They're also saying that the working conditions at the place are terrible. And that's part of why they don't want you to take photographs and videos.
So bro. So let's understand the perspective here. It's got nothing to do with whether there's some, great, what's it, risk to the country in some way, shape or form, or to the Prime Minister or to any of his cohorts. It's only the embarrassment of building this and how the left in India will attack you about it, and how, when you look at living conditions and see the disparity in income and how they're living, etc. For the West, it'll be very vulgar. And they'll love to show these pictures. Ki ek side pe Mahan mansion, ek side pe log, I don't know, in a gutter with a tent, or God knows how bad it is.
Yeah.
I know in Mumbai I've seen some terrible living conditions.
And also foreign journalists have been in that area a lot because ever since, the controversy happened, they have been coming with these giant cameras with zoom lenses and trying to look inside the labor camp and everything. But unko bhi rok diya, unka bhi full footage delete kar diya. But what we saw is the working conditions seem to be okay, at least from what we were told. There is a doctor on site, and essentially it's a containment zone and the laborers are not allowed to go
it's
out.
It's like IPL bubble, but for laborers. They've got their own bubble.
Yeah.
They cannot आजू-बाजू नहीं जा सकते. इसमें ही रहना पड़ेगा. Yeah, lovely. And the food comes from the same source. So I think they should be safe.
And they get kadha twice a day. This is true. They get kadha twice a day. So you cannot question it anymore.
Of course, because kadha is the most effective thing now, according to the ministry, I think.
Absolutely.
Yes. It will solve
Patanjali
COVID.
is everywhere, not to worry, yaar. And to be doubly safe, if you keep one cow, I'm sure Pragya ji will be able to advise you on how to use that also. So we have got reinforcements in every space, not to worry. But I must say, I feel quite jealous actually of Meghnad, because it takes a lot of guts to go and do these things. I'd love to do them, for our kind of shows also. But what fear? I mean,
no, but it's sad though. It's very sad when people say this because that's the job of journalists, right? I mean, jaake questions pucho, you resolve your own personal curiosity and take the audience with you is how I look at it, right?
Sir, I'm told that Delhi police will make Mumbai police look like schoolgirls in a sense. So, I mean, if we are having trouble dealing with our guys here, imagine what they will be like. I mean, there's no question of being polite. Politeness, though, I mean, don't even get into that area.
We went at 3:30 in the afternoon when everybody was snoozing and it was hot as hell. So everybody was just kya karne do na, kya inko kya rokna type. So perfect time to go when people are sleeping and lazy.
You have to research, the pre-production involved. Research when the predator is less likely to attack you. All you're doing is shooting a bloody building, yaar. Really, sometimes well, our country is too funny, and I know it's vulgar, but everywhere we have this luxury and this poverty together business, And he's right; the foreigners just love it because it's more or less impossible to see that in many parts of the world. You've got to go to like a Brazil or in India or something
Yeah.
where we sort of get that, and
But
we are just
that's
immune
why,
to it.
you tell me this: how many people probably know the name of a slum in any country other than Brazil or India? Honestly, I mean, outside of Brazil, where people know the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, and India, where you know Dharavi. Where else do you even know the names
Oh,
of
you mean
any
that
other
way?
slums? Yeah,
Hey, boss,
because no, it's exactly what you're saying, right? I mean, like there is a poverty porn obsession in other parts of the world, and India and Brazil are your primary kind of providers of that porn because we do have the juxtaposition of tremendous wealth against tremendous poverty.
I don't want to take the government side actually, but sometimes I do feel we are putting ourselves out for a beating all the time because there's a lot of left-leaning journalists, which is most journalists all over the world, who are thinking, let's get these guys down. They think they're paper tiger, emerging very fast, saying, I will send vaccines to all the other countries before the second surge happened. Or फिर वापस देना, jaldi वापस बचाओ हमको. That the whole song changed immediately.
But I don't
But
No,
know.
but I would like to sort of sort of come in here to say that I don't think they have like an overall agenda to show India
That's
in
exactly
that
it.
light.
I
Right?
would not put that as
I
a
mean,
motivation there.
yeah,
It's
I
the
mean,
agenda for a story. They want an interesting story. They want an interesting visual.
they do, and interesting visual. Plus, there is no. I mean, we shouldn't have any qualms about saying that we are in a disastrous situation. I mean, all across the world, the kind of carnage we are seeing due to COVID in India is insane. So, I mean,
okay,
of course, it's a story.
I'll put it this way. Would the White House, forget Trump, but any other normal president, would the White House construction be going on when they're in a position of real pandemic, panic, yevo, people are suffering. And in the background, the people working there are all Mexican laborers who are put together in one huddle, locked in one camp, which is not a five-star hotel from any angle. And, so I'm saying that picture doesn't come across, if you're looking at yourself as first world country, that picture comes across a little vulgar.
I mean,
Like
Dude,
Trump would do
I
it.
think
I don't doubt Trump, but
yeah,
I don't
I
know
agree.
anybody
Trump
else.
would, but Cyrus, I think that when you insult the PR capabilities of this government, you insult the true capabilities, and I don't think they would appreciate that.
Yeah. Please don't insult their PR capabilities.
But anyway, they'll attack Silvery. He's the producer. मैंने क्या किया? Silvery takes the beating like a man. And both your parents are card-carrying members of BJP, so you have that in your support. My dad is in a wheelchair, doesn't know what's going on. And my mom is only worried about me getting a second vaccine. Because even if I'm 49, I'm still the small baba that has to be looked after. So every day, vaccine, every single day. It's quite... Amit, you haven't done your second, no?
Well, I have now been kicked to the 18th of June as my earliest available date for my second vaccine.
But that would be 3 months.
Yeah, I can't even go and register anymore. Even you, same thing. You will also not be able to
I'm a
register
little...
anymore.
2 months is June 6th. So they won't take our registration after 2 months.
You cannot register only right now until you'll not get till July now. I took the vaccine.
Sorry,
like
people, to have this personal conversation about two rich guys in Malabar Hill worried about their second vaccine. But hey, our lives matter too. OLM, our lives. Join the movement, Meghnad.
Yeah, of course. I'm South Delhi, so equivalent. So
There you go. Pretending to be left-leaning and I'll catch the government at work. Huh?
all
फिर
these
उसके बाद क्या किया आप
bourgeois
लोग?
people.
You went to Nando's and had chicken. That's our lives, isn't it? Even if you try to, you can't. We live in one world. India's these different worlds, yeah. So when we work, say, on a TV shoot, and you work with everybody, you eat together lunch and all that. Everybody's friends, and you sort of, there's a middling process, there's a leveling process. हो जाता है उसमें. But when you come back home, you go to your side of the road, right? And they go to their side of the road. It's just not going to change. I don't see how you can balance the classes and that kind of thing in this country. It's just huge.
Inequality has actually worsened because of the pandemic, right? Because it has increased the difference between the haves and the have-nots, right?
Correct.
And I feel like so our reporters have been in Uttar Pradesh, and the kind of stories they've been telling are just horrifying. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel as well, where they went to crematoriums, where they went to hospitals. They chased around people right from when they got COVID till the hospital, till they died.
Oh,
then they went to cemeteries, and they had to take them in e-rickshaws or like a triple seat on a body in the middle. It's horrifying, right? And I feel like it has just brought forward the inequality in society, because now it's very sure that if you have privilege, you will not be affected by this catastrophe, right? If you have access to Twitter and you can give out SOS calls and some influencer retweets you, that is literally your privilege there, right?
Yeah.
And it's might be sometimes random privilege, sometimes it might be just luck or whatever. But there are people who don't have that, right? And it's
Most people
horrifying.
don't have that.
Yeah.
No, it all comes down to what my eco professor, Mrs. Mohini Vaishali, after throwing me out of class, said very clearly: sustainability. So we'll be divided by those who can sustain and those who can't sustain. And I mean, we're joking about it, but there are people who cannot sustain, and that's why this
Yeah.
whole lockdown that people are saying we must do it. I go on barking about it all the time, but it's so cruel. You just look at our industry alone. Just look at spot boys, for example. They need daily work. They're not going to get it. Light boys, attendants, camera people, caterers. We forget the actors and artists and those, they'll manage. Most of them will manage. But there's about 50-70% of the industry which is not that. People don't think about it. I've got calls from makeup people every day almost in the last month saying, yes, sir, kuch hai, because they know we're shooting something here quietly and something there quietly. They're desperate. I think the only thing left is we have to build something like this Central Vista project. We have to do something here and give work to people. Let me talk to
hope. That's hope. कि construction हो रहा है at least.
A political construction, because that will get passed. It has to be.
हो
So
गया
we can
already.
go.
मतलब pass तो कब का हो
Yeah,
गया?
exactly. जब idea आ गया तो passed हो गया. Exactly. You just have to-
Violations करके pass हो गया वो.
Of course. The stamp is in your dream only. सपना में stamp
Yeah.
हो जाता है. मुख्यमंत्री के लिए building है ना भाई, tang, passed. Yeah. Amit, we've discussed this 200 times now. But sometimes you feel a little bad because life should go on, etc. But it's like the IPL. It does look a little vulgar. However you look at
It
it.
does, but life has to move on, right? I mean, like, there is a difference between intervention and these kinds of complete lockdowns, right? Interventions is necessary. Lockdowns to this degree is kind of, you have to be targeted about it, right? Different places should be doing different things, right? And it has to be more than just states, right? Like, you can't have a Maharashtra-wide policy. You cannot have an Uttar Pradesh-wide policy.
It's
These
not,
are states which are like bigger than most countries are. And I mean, like, it's insane that you have like a one Maharashtra policy or a one UP policy. It's just crazy.
And Amit, I think we spoke about this, and I think Cyrus ke saath hi we spoke about this last time. I think 2 years ago I was there. Whatever, whenever. But we spoke about decentralization because of this, right? Like Uttar Pradesh, the size of Uttar Pradesh is so huge.
Yeah.
And if you are centralizing everything, right, from vaccine distribution to oxygen distribution, how are you supposed to manage this entirely diverse country जहाँ पे languages भी समझ भी नहीं आते एक दूसरे को,
Yeah.
right? And how will you do that? So decentralization is the only option. And I don't think this government is interested in doing that even during a desperate situation like this.
But they're
So
not
they
interested.
decentralize the blame, but
Yeah.
then they centralize the credit. So it's,
No, and
it's
they
the way I look at
centralize.
it.
The degree of centralization around healthcare delivery is insane, right? I mean, like, it's ludicrous that this is the degree of kind of the way that they're choosing to kind of do this. And then you're right. The second it became a problem, it's like decentralize. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? You need to distribute decentrally, but you need to acquire centrally. And I mean, like, that is the most logical way to kind of do something like this. It's how
Yeah.
every country in the world would do something like this. Instead, you have outsourced the purchase to states. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it makes no sense, right? Because
why are states putting out global tenders? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So are they like separate countries doing it now? I mean, ye tukde
And
tukde gang
so-
ban gaya ekdam.
Do you think it's wrong of Amarinder doing that? Or do you think, I mean, isn't that a desperate situation where you will
because he
do
has
that?
no choice, because the central
That's what-
government has abdicated responsibility, right? I mean, like, this is something that the central government should be doing. They should be acquiring, and then they should be letting the states distribute after the acquisition. Instead, what you're having over here is that the initial acquisition was happening through them. The second there was a delivery problem or there was a supply problem, they're like, okay, states go and buy. Now what will happen is, let's be honest, there are have and have not states in this country in terms of what kind of money they have, right?
Yeah.
Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, these people will buy whatever the fuck at whatever the fuck price.
Yeah.
Right? But what's going to happen to the states which don't have that?
Exactly.
They're all going to be.
The survival of the fittest continues.
It is amazing to me that I mean, like Veer Sanghvi has been on this little bit of a crusade against Harshvardhan, right? And I buy it, right? Not just Harshvardhan, right? But the entire kind of medical
response, essentially.
Response,
The
essentially,
central
right?
medical response.
I buy it completely, right? I mean, like. You saw the letter from Harshvardhan to Baba Ramdev. We're supposed to get into that at some point, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand how the health minister of a country, and this is a guy who's had so many issues. Though, do you know the word allopathic was invented by the guy who introduced homeopathy?
What?
The guy who invented homeopathy
German guy.
is the person who invented the word allopathy to contrast it from homeopathy. There is no such thing as allopathy. It is medicine.
Yeah.
It is medicine. Medicine that works. It is medicine. That's it. Allopathy does not exist. It was literally set up as a word as a contrast to homeopathy.
Well,
I thought when you see your husband, you say allopathy. How are you? We came from there. I'm feeling better. ठीक है, सब ठीक है. बीमार तो नहीं है. Okay, carry on. But we have to take a
Cyrus,
break.
those WhatsApp jokes come from you only, no? I know
I'm so
this.
sorry,
You are the
yaar.
source.
The low-hanging fruit is because we have not got the second booster. If we get the second booster, everything will go up and our comedy will also improve. But just coming back to first, Baba Ramdev is on a pedestal with the government, especially the center, etc. Then he goes and makes these comments, a bit like Pragya also in a sense, because suddenly they are worried and they have to do damage control, because I think also there's international watch for them, which is an important thing, how we look in the eyes of the rest of the world. And then he has to go and demand an apology, which now it's in Hindi, so maybe Meghnad will be able to translate better than us, but the apology is not a real great apology. He backs off from the thing, and then he says he talks a little bit more about how much work we have done. And we have not been given the due credit, which is so far away from an apology. Like if you beat up a kid in class and then you go and then you say sorry in front of the principal, you don't say sorry and then say, oh, but by the way, I've also helped 5 children in class, with their homework. You don't talk like that. So I don't know.
So after, since this whole thing happened, I've been going down the Baba Ramdev rabbit hole. Okay, I looked at a few of his videos.
It's a terrible metaphor or whatever.
Very bad.
Yuck.
Yeah. I know what you mean, because it's exactly how you describe it.
Stop it! I have to sleep. Baba Ramdev rabbit hole.
But I'm going down it, okay? So I saw this very bizarre video on Astha channel, which was telecasted on the 21st of May, which was like 3 days ago. Okay, he's in front of a bunch of children, like a gathering of children doing yoga and like talking to them in like this weird way, bachcho ye karo, wo karo, etc. And at one point, like he's like, हाँ किसी ने बोला मुझे कि डॉक्टर बनना है, हाँ तुम टर करते रहो, अभी तो न्यूज आया है कि 1000 डॉक्टर मर गए हैं 2 वैक्सीन लेकर, तो क्या फायदा हुआ डिग्री का? And I was like, what is going? And he's like sitting like this and like talking to them. They are also like sitting like this and listening to him, and they're like, so amazing. Like, think about the despicable man who is not only planting seeds of vaccine hesitancy just casually to like a bunch of kids gathered there, but also dissing doctors who died. It's horrifying. And I'm still stunned how this man is allowed on TV, right? Because last year, I had done this giant piece and my colleague did an investigation on Coronil, right? So when he started plugging Coronil on every TV channel, etc., we were like, boss, iska approval kya hai, etc., wo dekhna tha. So my colleague Basant found that uske trial mein jo doctors, he said that some doctors were given Coronil and they got cured. The people they used as test subjects, they were not even tested before they were given Coronil. So they were suspected to have.
Wow.
You're a cured person.
Yeah.
You're a cured person. This is a medical breakthrough, yeah.
Yeah. And they were like,
without
cure
any
kar diya.
sickness. Yeah, very good. So, but they're not wrong then. They're not wrong. It worked. It's
It
correct
worked,
in a
yeah.
sense.
I mean, I guess it worked, yeah. मतलब खांसी हो गई है तो 2 दिन में चला गया तो फिर कोरोनिल ने कोरोना क्योर कर दिया. Basically, that was what it was. And then all news channels from Times Now to Republic to all these ABP types, they did like proper live telecast of the launch. And they did a debate where they got him, where he was showing off the products in his laboratory or whatever it is, and claiming that allopathy के इससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला, ये लो, ये जड़ी बूटी हमने बनाया है, बाबा जी की बूटी ले लो, and just be happy
that
with
also
this.
sounds
And
horrible.
बाबा जी की बूटी and Ramdev का rabbit hole.
You're hitting some big notes, beta. Big notes. I'm looking at legal references now for us after this. Listen, we have to take a break, guys. It's 10:35 or something.
Yes,
Let's go,
yes,
yeah.
Should we go to a quick break?
Yes.
Let's do a
please.
quick break. See, Meghna, I'm not someone who believes in credit, but these days I find myself using my credit card more and more. Because if I pay my credit card bills on Cred, I get amazing rewards and cashbacks. And honestly, this is the kind of validation I was waiting for all my life. Just download.
Cred.
Thanda tha, I thought, but coming out of a rabbit hole, your voice goes and all that, so it takes some time. one can totally understand and accept it. Yeah. So that was
this is very sneaky of you, huh? I am from a ad-free platform and you made me do an ad. मतलब थोड़ा trap कर दिया मेरे को तुमने.
Sir, ये सब practice है. इस ad का कुछ मतलब नहीं है. We don't get any money. We are practicing.
Oh, you're practicing.
So that hopefully they'll bless us. We've chosen Cred for this month. Next month we're going with Patanjali. What are your thoughts, yaar? क्या सोच विचार है?
No. Cred is an amazing advertiser. They're fantastic. We love them very much.
Okay, we stay with Cred then.
But then, I love their
asking you
Rahul
seriously.
Dravid ad though. I have to say this. I love their Indira Nagar ka Gunda wala ad. Some of the ads are amazing. What is it called? Venki Boys.
Venki Boys.
That
Yeah.
ad.
Yeah.
That was also amazing.
Srinath and Prasad. But tell me one thing, Amit, if Patanjali gives you an option as sponsor, you wouldn't say no, right?
You know what? I mean, like, I don't know the answer to that. I think I think there are multiple hosts on our channel who would say no, and because of that, I would also say no. There are more than a few hosts who would say no to Patanjali.
I'll say yes. I'm saying
Yep.
yes now. I'm already saying
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, there are a couple of my friends who seem slightly, effeminate and might be going towards the gay side. And apparently, there's one product on the shelf which you apply twice behind your neck or something, and you become heterosexual. So I'm inclined to
They
try
do
all these
anti-gay
things.
products. Sorry, they do. I don't even know what you would call that. Gay cure products
They
too.
came up with an anti-gay product. I'm telling you.
They do gay cure products, really.
I don't know if they still got it because there's a
I
lot
would
of
not be
criticism.
surprised because Ramdev has some issues, right?
they did.
Around this.
Yeah.
He's been like
He's doing some
homophobic
therapy or
like
something.
extensively.
Yeah.
No fan of the boy club.
He said he can cure homosexuality with
Yeah,
yoga
I
or
know.
something.
Amazing.
Uh,
Amazing.
They're horrifying, man.
I don't understand how
apply-
this guy gets the platform he just does. I just sometimes it just blows my mind.
This is this is actually where I was going for. So if you look at so I looked at like endless live streams of channels when I was looking at this coronal business, and it was going on for like 2 days. Every channel that I looked, there would be like a Patanjali ad, or there would be a Patanjali ad while reading the headlines before that, or like a flash, a tiny Ramdev would come up on top. I have taken like screenshots and put it in my piece also. And Ipsos is this organization that found that Patanjali is one of the top 10 advertisers in the country. Right?
Sure.
And a lot of their money goes to obviously news
Right.
channels. So it's like he went on and he basically said stuff like when they asked him कि approval मिला है क्या, he's like हाँ एलोपैथी वाले आयुर्वेद को अप्रूवल नहीं देते तो आयुर्वेद वाले एलोपैथी को भी नहीं देते तो it's all good. And the anchors did not question him at all, because on the same day Ayush Ministry themselves said that you need to stop advertising this crap you're selling on TV. IMA had distanced itself, but still he continued to do shows on news channels where Arnab Goswami did a thing, Times Now did a thing, ABP did a thing with him. India Today live broadcasted all of his like launch and everything. No anchor was even saying anything. It was just a live broadcast, like an advertisement. And I mean, why they are not questioned, right? I mean, they're literally their bread and basket, whatever, depends on it. It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Maybe we should have a dress like Baba Ramdev day. We should accept it instead of fighting it. Everybody, sort of accepts it and says, "Chalo, theek hai." We all dress like Baba Ramdev. We all, embrace some of the products and say why we like them. Instead of cred, you say why you like this product, for example, which takes out ear hair. I have a ear hair issue, right, Amit Silvery?
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's got something for me. Because apparently he's got something for everything.
So I'll say this: Patanjali honey is supposed to be very good. I know that. Other than that, I don't know that anybody else has anything there.
But there was this article, no, that they sent the honey for testing, and it turned out to be like.
I know. I was referring. I was talking about that only. I'm sorry. I was joking.
That was sarcastic. Thanks. I was like, what?
I
No,
thought
their
there
honey
was
is
this.
not. Their honey is not real honey, right? I mean, like it was a whole big. It was a big thing, right? It was not a small. Sorry, I thought it was more well.
No,
remembered
Indian ethos,
than it
this
is.
doesn't work, Amit. You can't be so deadpan. It doesn't work. Even the great Amitabh Bachchan moves his eye a little bit here and there. This is not right here. If you're so deadpan, the show will die. You have to
Okay,
save it.
all right.
We'll tell you when India evolves. It'll be after the
Okay.
Central Vista project is complete. We'll give you the proper timing and dates. In the meantime,
Okay.
guys, we've spoken about nothing and we're nearly end of the show. There were 10 topics. We have not even touched one. I asked Meghna to tell me about his life. And yaar, 40 minutes ke baad, we have not even completed his story. So what should we do? What
Oh,
topic
मेरा
can we
अभी
engage?
चालू है क्या story?
हाँ.
I thought हम रामदेव पे चले गए
अभी
already.
भी सेंट्रल विस्टा के वापस आ गए हम लोग वहाँ पे. हाँ.
No, but Ramdev, it's quite amazing how he did all of this a year ago, which is similar to what he said today. But उसको कुछ नहीं हुआ तब. मतलब like nobody did anything. And now when he did the same thing, and now there is like a backlash, what happens? Health minister writes a letter to him. What does that even mean? I mean, I don't understand.
It's like you're scolding a child.
The health minister uses the word allopathy in his letter.
Yeah.
Like that's just like it to me is the second you use the word allopathy when you're talking about medicine, I stop taking people seriously. And I mean, like it's because it is. I've said this many times.
To homeopathy because you've given both of them an equal base.
You
Allopathy,
put them on this.
homeopathy.
No, but I've always said this, right? I have tremendous faith in the greed of drug companies. Tremendous faith in their greed. Okay. If this shit worked, they would be manufacturing it.
True.
You know, I really do believe that. I believe that like completely. That if this stuff worked, they would be manufacturing it. So I mean, like I don't understand how the. I just, it drives me crazy the way that medical communications occurred over this last couple of months that we've seen. Just this lack of information, untransparent information. This vaccine rollout is like a. Sorry, Meg.
But like about the lack of information. So I think, we need to also look at what experts were saying, right, before the COVID wave hit us. So I looked at the standing committee report from November 2020, which is last year, right? This is after the, we were improving and whatever. There, they actually pointed out that a second wave is coming. And oxygen ka problem hone wala hai, medicine ka problem. This is our parliament speaking, right? Like the committee report. They give out like this giant report which actually predicts the future of what we saw and are seeing right now. But nothing happens, right?
But that's because that's because they put out this giant report. They need to put out a 3-page thing which people can read and digest. And I think that's the biggest problem.
I don't think
that.
No, but that's the thing. No, but that's my thing. So like, apart from that, like last session, which is the budget session, which happened again right before the second wave hit us, there were a number of MPs who also asked questions about this. How prepared is India? How much medicine do we have? How many hospitals have been built? And they have a copy-paste answer now, which is like, health is a state subject, ask them. And that's the thing. So like, MPs were asking, MPs were giving suggestions. Experts were telling them that, listen, be careful, do not relax. It's going to come back. And if it comes back, it will come back with a vengeance because variants will come back. This is around the same time Europe was seeing like this massive second wave, which was done by variants, right? And I do not understand how a prime minister can then go to like a World Economic Forum and say that, humne to defeat kar diya. We are the leaders in this. We have given an example to the entire world. And now it's like a situation where they're just absent, basically. They don't know what to do. and the only thing they can think of is let's blame it on something else. So
What about the tears,
China.
Meghnad?
Huh?
What about the crying?
Oh my God, वो भी तो आने वाला है ना,
Yeah.
वो भी हमारे लिस्ट में था.
So let's quickly get to that. A couple of days back, the PM Modi was addressing on an online forum, was addressing healthcare workers, and he started at one point where he's talking about the death toll and the people we've lost. He starts shedding tears. No, not tears. He starts getting emotional. People are saying that was an act, and there were crocodile tears, and then there were posts made about Shobha Dey and other leaders and politicians posting not a fake but a doctored
Rahul
NYT
Gandhi
Times,
began it, I think. Yeah.
the crocodile tear thing. They showed a picture of a crocodile in the and New York Times ka photoshopped image that was being spread. So that image was false, but people are still saying that those tears shed by the
But
PM
in his defense, I think they just saw the movie Radhe, and perhaps that had an effect. And I mean, what is the title? I love the title. There is an English line after that. Radhe, the
what
making of
India's most wanted bhai. Right?
Bhai. India's most wanted bhai. I
Something
just,
like that. Yeah.
Wait, that's the subtitle of the movie? Seriously?
Yeah, I think it's most wanted bhai or India's most wanted bhai.
No, that's the full title.
Yeah.
It's not the subtitle.
Yeah.
The full title is Radhe dash and India's most wanted bhai.
Sorry, it's most wanted bhai, not India's most wanted bhai.
Yeah. Okay, most wanted bhai. Oh.
Yeah, but it's that's very funny.
Okay.
That's they're like all the Salman keywords are there, right? Like most wanted, they want, because that's from
You
wanted,
got
the movie
wanted
wanted.
and you got bhai, right? I mean, like you got.
Yeah, exactly.
They've repeated the dialogue. अगर मैंने खुद commitment दिया वाला dialogue is word to word repeated from
No,
Wanted.
so that's because they're saying who is a sequel of Wanted, like a spiritual sequel to Wanted, because same director and same kind of story. That's what they're saying.
This is the Salman cinematic universe, basically. It's like,
and in terms of priority, we have gone in the right direction.
He plays all the Avengers. He plays all the heroes. It's just like everywhere.
And
all movies.
Now he doesn't have to even learn new dialogues. This is what I'm going to say. You just take the same dialogue, you take the same actors from the last film, and you just call it the most wanted bhai. That's it.
Yeah. Sorry, it's your most wanted bhai, yeah? Not even most wanted.
Your most wanted bhai.
Most wanted bhai.
Yeah. Amazing.
Your bhi hai usme. So Radhe, your
most wanted bhai. The topics we've gone through today are really draining here. Back to the Prime Minister. Amit, any comments? Is it a manipulative thing? Is it a actual spontaneous thing? Is it a bit of both?
So there are enough problems and enough to criticize without really criticizing the motivations and trying to pretend that we know what the guy is thinking and he's faking this stuff. Just assume that it's in good faith and he's upset about the fact that he's fucked up so much over the last couple of months. Right? I don't see any point to calling them fake tears because
with that noble statement, stamp ho gaya, podcast approved.
It's a distraction from the real issues, right? Because I mean, like, who cares whether it's fake or not in some sense, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is what the ground reality is, right? And so, I mean, like, okay, fine, he's upset. He's upset because there's been this massive surge. People have died. He's upset. Okay, fine, who cares? It's good that he's upset. He should be upset. He's the prime minister of a country which has the biggest COVID infection rate in the last whatever. So he should be upset.
Gone from being the most popular a few months back before the first COVID surge to probably, really in trouble. Because as this thing goes on, the leaders will take the beating. There's no question.
No, but also
both state and center.
I mean, again, I agree with Amit where he says that how does it matter if it's whatever, legit or not? Like tears are tears, and I hate tears, Pushpa.
Sylvie, तेरे को मालूम है? Dialogue कहाँ से आ गया? 30 years old. 30 years old, just like the three others.
But
go down the rabbit hole of the tears, please, huh?
You ruined that phrase for me forever now. Thanks.
But तूने wash, तो वो पहला rabbit hole के बाद तूने wash किया ना? Coming to part 2.
Sorry, but what I would actually pay attention to is his speech, which happened on the 20th of April, right? 20th of April, when he finally addressed, the issue, the second wave coming in, and he was like, "Oh my God, we are in trouble." Basically, that was the whole message. I looked at the speech 3 weeks later, which is like 2 weeks ago now. If you look at it again, it's like just bunch of lies. So now every time you look at it after a week, more and more of his statements become untrue. It's amazing. So I've done a reaction video on it because everybody's doing reaction video. I wanted to do it on Adaraniya Modi ji. So I watched his speech and I was just pausing and I'm like, wait, boss, this is not true. Like, he's like, हमने vaccine का approval दे दिया है, like some regulatory processes clear कर दिए. 8 days after he says this is when they put the order for the vaccines with Serum Institute, right? And that's like some 11 crore vaccines, not even like for the entire population or anything. Also, he's like, हमने testing बढ़ा दिया है, labs का network बढ़ा दिया है. But if you look at reports that we have also done from Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, there's massive undercounting happening. There have been accusations on the Uttar Pradesh government that they have been actively telling private labs not to give positive results or go for home testing. So, it's just vacuous what he says in these speeches most of the time, right? And also another thing I was reminded of because of this, again, not related to the tears, but just Modi ji coming on TV, I guess. I think a week ago, he did this post from Mann Ki Baat Updates. Send us your positive stories, right? And I was like, what is this guy on? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, and it's insane because then after that, RSS also did a Positivity Unlimited campaign where Mohan Bhagwat ji came. And he was like, positivity, positivity. Don't be so sad, positivity. And I was like,
positivity is the problem. If you test positive, that's the problem. You should be very careful with the words they choose, yaar.
Exactly.
But Meghna, you go back to 2020 March or April, where the first statement about Bartan ka this thing and the Tali Bajao and all that, lights off. You remember those 2-3 theatrical devices? My building, I fought with a guy, yaar. Tune kyun nahi kiya? Tune light kyun nahi band kiya? And all. I'm like, what are you saying? But shutting a light for 9 minutes, what am I doing? I don't understand.
That
if people
was
are sick, they're sick. There's no connection.
But if you look at it deeper, actually, it's a very good trick, right? So it's a trick. I would do call it a trick because I feel like all of these addresses that he gives, where he gives a task to someone, like
distracts you.
Yeah. So he not distract, but I would think that he's actually giving them a task so that they come unite. Like basically, he's trying to unite a lot of people to make them feel like they're a part of his tribe, right? And then he would essentially lull them into this sense of nahi, sab theek hai, sab changa si, everything is great. But by doing that task is actually ensuring and putting peer pressure on people who do not agree with it, right?
It's actually it's a tried and true method of how dictators come to power. Basically creating this sense of collective that we are in this together, solidarity, nationalism, all that.
But collective inconsequential thing.
Well,
especially when you have major tragedy and this to deal with. I mean, people making a big song and dance about putting lights off or clapping the bartans and all that. I mean, honestly, to put it in perspective, it's childish.
No, but it's like, I mean, the UK, Stalin had this stuff going on. Mao had his Great Leap Forward going on. I'm not making a comparison. It's not the same thing. Okay, it's not the same thing. But at the same time, this
we will never get Patanjali on board at this rate.
Okay, all right. Not a problem. But yeah, this stuff is this is a tried and true method, right?
Stalin, make the Stalin point.
More than Stalin, it's the Mao point, right? The Great Leap Forward had a tremendous number of people who were really, really supporters of it, right? I mean, like the urban population was really supportive because it was just like, it's this typical technocratic kind of solution from that point in time, which is a bureaucrat-driven solution, which had no kind of relationship to on-ground realities, right? And so it's the same kind of thing over here, where you're looking at kind of creating this commonality, this task, this kind of we're all on the same team, we're in it together, which is very useful to him from political perspectives, right? What was his approval rating, right? At the end of September, October, it was insane. It was off the charts.
It was high, yeah. And also, like, I would give my personal example for this also, because when that whole thali thing happened, they were 5 baje, 5 minute ke liye thali bajao ya whatever. I went out, right? And I mean, everybody was like banging thali, so I went out. And I could see like everybody was in the balcony and they were looking ki kaun bahar aa raha hai, right? So I was outside and they were staring at me because I was not clapping. I was just like taking a
Blacklist.
video for, to use it at some point or whatever. I felt peer pressure, genuine peer pressure, because niche wale log, baju wale log, everybody was staring at me. Why is this guy not clapping? Why is this guy not banging thalis or whatever? It's such an effective method because it's a mass hysteria, I would call it, right? Then, like, right around you, there is mass hysteria. And
So it's
people started bursting crackers. It's bizarre.
It's fear and peer pressure. But what worked in the first innings is not working in the second innings. What you mentioned just now, ki 2021 ka April speech mein, he has given statements and statistics which are not up to the mark. And It looks like he's floundering. His own confidence is down. And then we come to the crying and everything else because now they're a little bit clueless. So what do? It's almost like he's out of depth, which is very scary actually.
It is scary because when the most powerful, influential, greatest leader in your country is like helpless.
You and Amit should do a separate show, yaar. Silvery और मैं थोड़ा bystander हो सकते हैं उसमें. I think for safety's sake. Go on.
मैंने क्या गलत बोला? सबसे powerful, influential leader तो है सर.
Just carry on. You're right. हाँ, बोलो.
My thing is, about the Prime Minister, there is one thing that you have to also talk about. So everybody looks at him as an example. There are a lot of people who still believe in what he is, what his capabilities are. Look at him as a good administrator. Sure, everything is great. When you go to a Bengal rally and say ki kitna crowd aaya hai, when you have like leaders going around and doing massive rallies, when you have Kumbh Mela happening, when you have like gatherings, holy gatherings, etc., jo bhi ho raha hai. It doesn't work like, if you do like something like a Swachh Bharat, where you are like sweeping the floor. So, oh my God, great, must follow example of Modi ji. When you're doing yoga, it's like, oh my God, great, we must do yoga and must follow example of Modi ji. And when he goes and says, ki, haan, Corona chala gaya and you guys can chill now, like you have to again say, oh my God, great, just follow the example of Modi. You can't have it both ways. No? You can't then say कि नहीं actually वो लोगों की गलती थी. अरे मोदी जी तो बोल गए पर लोग आए थे ना वहाँ पे. लोग आए थे. उनकी गलती है. वो क्यों आए वहाँ पे? It's bizarre how both of these things cannot exist at the same time, right? He is an influential leader. He is an icon. Everybody follows him. But when he does wrong things, नहीं लोगों की गलती है.
But that's again, that's playbook, right? That's like fairly standard political playbook, that to deflect responsibility of individual or party politicians, you basically turn it into the public's fault.
Yeah.
Or rather something that the public can fix on their own, right? I mean, like
they must have
there's this So there's this I think I've spoken about this before, but the plastics episode of John Oliver's show, they're talking about how recycling, everybody is made to feel like you can make a difference by recycling, when the truth of the matter is individual recycling has absolutely no effect. It's about the packaging industry and how they work. Right, so for the environmental problems that we're talking about, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing here, right? What you can do individually doesn't matter, but by making it seem that the individual is the one who is at fault, you are able to kind of deflect your own responsibility, which is what they've done.
Absolutely.
Which is from day one what most of the governments are doing. Actually, when you look at it, they just deflect the responsibility onto the citizen all the time. And when it gets worse and worse, the distance is already created. I think it's very good politicking as far as I'm concerned. I think they should also keep a blame minister. I think Dr. Harshavardhan could be made the blame minister quite easily. And when the shit is hitting the fan and going beyond it, they can just point it out to him and say that he was confused.
Yeah.
And we were following their lead. If you look at the Fauci-Trump relationship, it's very similar in that sense. The name, blame calling, all that happens as the ship sinks. You mean
the Fauci-Trump relationship is similar to the Harshavardhan-Modi relationship? I'm not acting.
No. I'm saying he could make it that way. It's not because ours is a one-man. They still have some sense of democracy and they fight back against whatever alpha leader they have. But here, inside the camp, so far, he's been lucky. There has been no central mutiny that we can really smell. People say that UP Yogi Bhai is going to try and do this and that, but that's all rumors actually.
No, there won't be a mutiny, and the reason is very simple, right?
But who will take the blame when this gets worse, if this doesn't get better?
I mean, they are already taking the blame. They have to take the blame. They are in power. I mean, they are accountable. And I think people are also like saying they are accountable. Kuch to karo, essentially. But I this mutiny thing, I don't think it will happen because I was also talking to someone yesterday that a lot of MPs in Parliament won because of Modi ji, right? So individuals don't matter, right? You know, Modi ji आए थे, Modi ji के face को vote किया है, Modi ji के symbol को vote किया है. The MPs don't matter, so they also know that they won because of Modi ji. And therefore, if they have a mutiny, they will be nothing because Modi ji will not fight for them anymore. Modi ji will give them up and then they'll lose. Their political career is over. So I don't think there will be because it's so centralized.
He's not allowed any pan-India growth to happen of any politician or celebrity politician, you want to call him that. They've all been regional successes. No one there who can cross over. And you think about it, there isn't any. In fact, they're almost as bad as Congress in that sense. Where is the potential? You take him out of the party and the party is what?
But Cyrus, that's interesting. If you think about it from just the Indian larger perspective, how many politicians have we had in the last God knows how many years who have a national profile? There aren't that many.
See, but that's what I'm saying.
I mean, on a local level, CMs, etc., you might say.
Yeah.
I would say Gadkari. I would say maybe Piyush Goyal also. I mean, he did have a profile.
Piyush Goyal, we like. He's a corporate face. It's got to go beyond urban India. I'm thinking a guy who has a mass appeal like he's had, he's not allowed anyone to come up like that. You can't say he's
I wouldn't say allowed also. But I'm just saying that it's a tremendously difficult kind of, or it's a tremendously rare club of people who are in that kind of space, right? Because maybe Gadkari to an extent, but I agree. I don't think Piyush Goyal is really the same kind of mass leader that we would say that Modi is, right? And I'm trying to think back. Who was the last time, other than Atal Bihari Vajpayee? I'm struggling. Manmohan Singh was not that.
Sushma Swaraj, for example, Sushma Swaraj would have given a real run for the money.
Yeah.
Had the personality, if you ever met her, seen her close up, and could speak 6-7 languages, could go north, south, east, west, and make a play. And the woman card, without sounding disgusting, the woman card is huge now. Female voters are going to make a huge difference this last election and the next one and going forward. So I think that would have been, he would have had, and I think there was a little bit of a acrimony there. Unfortunately, she passed. But if you look at it, if you just from a fun of a politics fan, and you'd like to see them fight and go against each other, there's no one who can go against him from his own party.
There won't be.
Because even Amit Shah, he plays the Kautilya, Chanakya position thing, but he's not going to be the face of the party.
He's not a speech giver. He's not a speech giver.
He is a speech giver. He's reinvented himself in many ways, but I don't see him going across length and breadth of the country. Look at Bengal. It didn't work.
Yeah, no, I can't see it. I mean, like, it might be there, but I don't know. I feel like this, finding a leader who speaks to the entire country, right? Or to at least a large chunk of the country. I feel that's rare.
True. So it's changing. Politics is changing. Meghnad will help us better with this one. But the fact of the matter is Congress and BJP, the two biggest parties, do not have a second guard. Actually speaking, there is no second guard now coming up. So that brings you to regional powers taking over and the Mamtas and all forging alliances and whatever. That's going to be the future, it looks like. And if he falls because of this terrible pandemic and then people think he's a fraud or whatever, it may not happen. He may be able to reinvent himself also. I don't know what's going to happen in politics. Once if the BJP falls, there are going to be 30 parties. 30 to 35 parties coming together.
Which I think is a great thing.
Even I agree. I think that's a good thing.
Or is
I
it?
think it's a great thing.
I think
It's a
coalition.
great thing from the point of sense of democracy, but what will happen? They'll fight and argue every day.
I think coalition governments are the best.
I think that's actually great because when
Meri shadi ko dekho, sir. Meri shadi ko dekho. It's a democratic shadi, and we fight every day.
Yeah.
It's very painful.
which is fine. Look, no, my thing is that when you look at UPA 2, everybody blames them for like this coalition government koi decision nahi lete the, policy paralysis ho gaya, etc. But the great thing is when that happens, they don't take bad decisions, and then people actually do things themselves. Right now, what is happening
You mean
is that
UPA 1?
because
You mean UPA 1 where they had the coalition? UPA 2 was more this.
Yeah.
Oh.
But my thing is that when there is a coalition, when there's a coalition government, there is a diversity. There is no one plan for entire nation. There will be many agendas being put forward, and the best agendas and the best politicking wins. Right. So I mean, it's not like they weren't getting anything through. It was. Like basically they had to argue endlessly before they come to a conclusion which everybody agrees to, then that was taken forward.
A lot of stalling in the process will happen for sure.
It's great.
Meghnad, and we will, from this perspective, we are thinking that is a better option. I'm just thinking how will progress happen beyond a point. 5, 10, 15 saal gin ke dekho, and I don't know, it'll be the word paralysis only.
No, but that's the thing. So like for instance, right now what is happening is that because of this majority government and because of this singular centralized power, and the centralized power constantly telling you कि I am doing everything, I will fix everything, I will take care of you. People are like, so take care. Right, but then when there are like these bunch of politicians fighting on top of you, they're like, "ये तो incompetent people hai. We'll have to do something ourselves." Atmanirbhar in the truest sense.
Instead of them telling us to take responsibility, we will have to take responsibility. It's a different thing altogether.
That's essentially it. I mean, I genuinely think we should not. We put our politicians on a pedestal. Right, like our institutions, politicians, parliament, एकदम ऐसे बहुत अरे भगवान type है.
Psycho-fancy of India.
Yeah, I mean, authority is the authority, and we have to listen to everything they say.
Correct.
But actually, it's the other way around, right? We are the authority, and they should listen to everything we say. That's the thing, right? It doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, that's the aspiration. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another week on the IVM Podcasting Network. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I would like to thank the sponsors of the network this week, Cred, Ciet, and PayPal. Thank you so much. You make everything possible. Before I recommend a couple of episodes, I just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about Ankush Champanerkar. Ankush was a team member who we lost due to COVID-related complications. He was a really fun guy, and I wish I knew him better than I got to know him in the short time he was with us. But I hope that you can remember him in your thoughts and prayers. Also, quick reminder about Pod for Change, the initiative set up by the podcasting community, along with Give India, the NGO partner. You can go to tinyurl.com/podforchangeindia, and I'm sure that it would be much appreciated any donations that you could give. With that, let me quickly give you a couple of highlights from this week. Aditi Mittal was on Cyrus Says. Great episode, do check that out. On the Habit Coach, Ashton talks about using the word impossible and suggests some better alternatives. On Advertising is Dead, Varun was joined by Harsh Lal, the co-founder of the Soul Store. On This Round is on me, Gauri talks to Pankit Desai, who is the co-founder and CEO of Secure Tech. And finally, I'd like to mention that we have a new show called Tere Mere Raste, hosted by Keshav Chaturvedi. This time it's a trip to the beautiful blue city of Jodhpur, but every week he's going to tell you about his travels as a photographer. It's really well put together, really well done. I couldn't be more excited about the show. Please do definitely check that out. And with that, let me get you back to your show.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me. But guys, it's 11:03.
Oh,
we
wow.
have time for one quick.
Let's do a quick AMA. Sorry, I have a meeting at 11 o'clock. I didn't even realize. Wow, this went fast.
Yeah, I have to drink my protein shake or I'll become thin.
All right. The first question comes up from Vineet Nair. He asks, have News Laundry received any death threats? Does the nature of your job cause any mental health issues? This is for Meghnad.
Death threats? No. Death threats?
Death threats तो नहीं. I mean, like ऐसे कोई इतना seriously तो अभी तक नहीं हुआ है.
Abuse. Lot of abuse, I guess.
Yeah, abuse तो broach का है. Like, I mean, we just did like a excellent. So my colleague Pratik did like this excellent series on the other Dadi wala, which is Sadhguru. So like,
sir, it's a T20, yaar. From Rabbit onwards, the ball is outside Firozshah Kotla, right into Khan Market, I think. Go on.
So he did like this 3-part series, basically about how his 150-acre campus came up, about his origin story, how he gained influence around politicians and celebrities, and then how he basically sells products and then calls them donations for tax evasion purposes. So उसके बाद इतना troll हो रहा है ना, मतलब I mean, obviously Isha Foundation is very powerful. There's no two ways.
Say one thing, one line, one dhamki that came. What would it be like?
I would say no dhamki in the sense they are like, you know, your fake laundry, Naxal laundry, and whatever. तुमको कुछ आता है नहीं. You know, you have an agenda against India, anti-India, etc.
So intellectual trolling.
I mean,
that's not so bad.
Usual trolling. But
what's more irritating, getting trolled by Sadhguru followers or getting trolled by Bhakts? I know there's overlap, but what's more irritating?
There is a little bit. I would say, I mean, it's quite equal actually. I mean, I don't even categorize anymore. I mean, it's just like I'm like,
But do you respond?
but like, no, but the thing that happened to us, genuinely happened to us, was that cases were filed against us, right? So, Sakar filed a case against Pratik for a story he did. I have 100 crore defamation case against me by Times Now. Manisha has one. Both of them 100 crore or 3 years jail because we called him a Karare Chane seller, Rahul Shivshankar. So, basically, these kind of threats keep happening. Right, but because it was interesting because we then started a legal aid fund because we told them that these are the cases that have come against us. If you believe we are right, please fund our legal fees, and it got topped up in like 2 weeks. So now our subscribers are funding our legal battles also. So now we can be more brave. We can actually then go after people like Sadhguru and
but
whoever
coming back to
else.
Rahul Shivshankar, greatest news anchor in India, he's not worth 100 crores. I would say 2,500 rupees is the upper limit I'll pay for his entire reputation and work. Why should I pay more?
They called him a towering personality in the notice.
Well, I've seen him
Like
doing
a
this in the
basketball
notice.
player.
Quite ordinary.
In the notice, they mentioned that towering personality.
Towering personality. You have affected the reputation of towering personalities.
No, it's equal to him going and using a bulldozer to destroy Taj Mahal. He's in that august company of the great iconic monuments of India. I mean, 100 crores for a bloody news anchor who's just saying the same thing as every other news anchor and power the government. I mean,
these are slap notices, right? So these happen all the time because they know they have a lot of money. We don't. We are like a tiny organization which like kuch nahi hai.
More than money, they have a legal department who has nothing to do, so they are happy to get on with it.
So one analogy that Abhinandan used is that उनके जितने brands हैं ना, उतने हमारे employees Zoom window में भी नहीं fix होते. Basically, इतना छोटा है हम, right? इतना सा. So like the point is that they try to do this to intimidate you so that if you're stuck in this legal battle for years, then you're like, boss, how much will we spend on this? हमको काम भी करना है. हमको like we have to get subscriptions. So दूर रहते हैं Times Now से. Let's go after someone else. But
okay, last question then. How much are we worth? If defamation happens, you're Rahul Shivshankar, how much should I sue X company for making fun of me or whatever, putting me down?
You can come up with any amount. Our law doesn't
if he's getting 100 crores, मुझे कम से कम 25,000 crores with GST, VAT, all inclusive. This is my demand.
बिल्कुल 5,000 crore more than the Central Vista.
Oh wow! I'm feeling very good, yeah. Chest is out, beta. Chest is out, yeah. Silvery, तेरे लिए कितना बोलो? तेरा rate क्या है defamation?
I think 100 rupees is fine. I'm happy.
You just don't want to be dragged to courts because in Mumbai there's no parking near any court. It'll be a real headache. Yeah. Amit, how much for your reputation?
My reputation? Priceless, man.
Priceless.
Seriously, priceless.
Now you're being sarcastic because Beta and I are stumbling. we don't know. आपका face में कोई hint wind कुछ नहीं होता तो we don't know.
I have no idea. I think I'm more likely to get sued by defamation given the fact that we're doing this show than I am to.
No, but this show is a work of fiction. I've said it from the beginning.
No, just get Patanjali as a sponsor. I think you'll be fine. They'll leave you alone. Sorted.
I'm so keen. I'm willing to wear the clothes and model also. Only my yoga is not very good, yaar. एक बार अगर झुक गया तो वापस उठ नहीं सकते उसके लिए. I'm like, not fair enough. Some of us are just not meant for this flexibility, yaar. How much for your defamation?
मेरा तो हो गया ना set already. 100 crore बोल दिया उन्होंने तो है. I mean, I am super valuable. I'm more valuable than all of you combined.
If you were suing him, how much? Reverse it. How much will your reputation?
I sue him. I sue him for, I would say, 5,000 crore. Yeah, why not? As long as we are coming up with figures out of our rabbit holes, it's great.
Yeah, only in our dreams are we truly free. Very good, very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
So, guys, can we all go out and just bang the burtons for 5 minutes?
Okay, let's go do that. Yep. And can I go for my meeting? I'm 15
I'm also going. I've got dogs to walk. Meghnad, sorry about last week. Thanks so much. Always a pleasure. Bye, Silvery.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
2020 is a difficult year. A global pandemic, protests, elections, recessions, you get the picture. What we need is a space where we can have nuanced discussions about global affairs and foreign policy. That's where I come in. My name is Hamsini Hariharan and I host the States of Anarchy podcast. Every second Tuesday, I speak to experts in the field of international relations to make a little more sense of the world. So join me on the IVM podcast app, website, or wherever you're listening to me right now.
Working Monday to Friday glued to your chair making you feel dull? Worry not. Get your 5-minute weekly dose of travel around the world with Postcards from Nowhere. Join me every Thursday as I explore the strange, obscure, and fascinating parts of the world and bring out facets of travel you may not have thought of before. You can find us on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.